Greetings, Earthlings. It is tinfoil hat night. My hat is magic, apparently, because it will not show up completely. Welcome to Tinfoil Hat Night, where we will talk about, besides Dogecoin, Bitcoin, ADA, XRP, otherworldly coins, stuff, but we also got aliens, and ghosts, and we want to do a call-in show tonight. So check the description for the Discord. And this is the ever-popular, world-famous Tinfoil Hat Night. And I want to see your tinfoil hats. You can send them into the Discord as well. So check the description to join the Discord. And we'll get this bad boy going here. I'll give you a glimmer of my wonderful headset. Let me, I gotta get it. Oh, there we go. I'm in the Starship. I'm in the Starship office. Here, this will make me look more like I'm a UFO hunter. All right. So go ahead. Oh, the chat. Look at the chat going here. Make sure you like when you come in. We'll get started right away on this. What's up? BTT, STMX. I'll look all those up for you. Like and subscribe. What's up, everybody? How's it going? I'm excited tonight. 7 cents, please. I'll take some of that on Hill. It's at almost 0.062, which is good. It's made its way back from yesterday. Let me get some BTT up here. My favorite boy band. A little bit better. So what's up, everybody? What's happening, Ryan Longworth? What is up? Eduardo, Supply Mad Dog, Roby1 Kenobi, Broker, Shelby, Junk Removal. Shelby, you're gonna remove some junk. That would be a fun service because you can pick through the stuff, right? And then you could kind of sell it like pickers. I think that'd be fun. Tembug, Valerie, what's up? Sleepy Random. Yes, it's been holding steady. And it was, well, it's actually up right now, but look at this. I mean, it was down and now it's a little up and holding steady. So I'm happy with this. Just trying to get that money. That's right, Ryan. So remember in the description, let me get the link here. Discord. Boom. That's cool, yeah. I'd love to go through that stuff. Yard sales, I love all that stuff. You never know what you're going to see. Join the Discord, and we're going to do some interviews. Unfortunately, tonight, I do have bad news. Jason from MUFON, Canada. MUFON looks into UFO interactional stuff. If he's able to join us, it'll be a little bit later because he's kind of stuck at work. I guess he works in a mine in the middle of the earth. So maybe he can tell us a little bit about Middle Earth because he actually works in a mine and they had some issues today. So we hope everything's okay with him. But he did email me, so that's right. So what else you guys want to see? We got Dogecoin here. We got BTC. I'm gonna go back to my other background. I like to fly through space here. Booyah. I know you can't see my antlers completely, but that's okay. What's up, Shiny Coco? What's happening? I have my gold and black velour space outfit on because when you travel, not just internationally, but intergalactically, I think you want to be comfortable. And so I choose velour. That's what I choose. That's right. All right, well, here's Cardano. Oh, look, it's going up. BTT up a little bit. But Doge is keeps piping on back up here, which is really good. BNB, STM, okay. Oh, there you go. STMX. What else? BNB. All right, BNB it is. Which one of these you want me to pull? Is this it? The futures contract? Am I on the right one here? All right. I'm going to go and share the link on Twitter so you guys can share it as well if you get my tweet. I just got to find it. Blue Hammer Dave.
Steve and Dave use eToro.
Here's the link if you want to share it. But ding ding ding. I'm just posting this on Twitter. There we go. Share that if you want. All right, everybody, let's get this party started. I am drinking Tech on Tesla. Talking about Dogecoin, you know, and 10 cents would be a great improvement. I mean, all things considered. If it's sitting at 10 cents at the end of the year, good enough. Oh, shots. You want to do shots, huh? Well, I'm not anti that. So maybe a little bit later I'll have some shots. I'm drinking a Modern Times sour tropical fruit Gose. I think Gose means ladies drink into a beer because it's sour and sweet, kind of. I'm not sure what that means in German or Dutch or whatever, but I like this drink. I also like seltzers too, so shoot me. I don't know if you can see that or not. But anyway, trust me, it's a Modern Times. It's delicious. All right. So broker's going to help us set up anybody. If there's anybody who has had, this is for a little bit later, a supernatural experience. If you have had a supernatural experience, we want to know about it. We want to talk about it. We're going to have you on the Discord. And we'll get the phone lines open if this was like Art Bell. We're going to do this Art Bell style. And you're going to tell us about your supernatural thing that occurred. Now, if you're too shy to come on and speak, you can chat with us and we'll talk about it. But anybody who liked Coast to Coast, Art Bell, old AM radio shows that discuss the supernatural things, then we will discuss this. We can get you in the Discord channel with some audio. Everybody's got a headset these days, right? So, me too, Tech on Tesla. 10 cents would be great. $1 would be even better. I don't know what's going to happen. I cannot predict the future. Or can I? Or can I? Alright. We got to get our guests back on here, so allow me to, since it's tinfoil. Let's see. Get my artwork here properly. The Shiba needs the hat. There we go. He's got his own little hat here. Or her. He. There we go. And We got to bring on the party people here. Let's get on. Oh, do I have the spaceship still? Oh, here we go. Boom. We got the UFO here. I'm just adding all of our party items. If Doge hits 0.062, I'll plant the flag. And then the one goes. Should you invest and elongate the new coin? I don't give financial advice on here, so, and I don't know much about elongate. It sounds like a drug to make my penis larger, so I'm not sure. There's my answer. I can pretend, but I'm not going to. Also, on the Discord, if you have your own hat on, you can send it on in. We can show some of those pictures of people wearing the hats tonight. All right. Yes, why don't you tell us about elongate? I've heard guys try that surgery and then it doesn't go well. They just stretch it and kind of pull on it and go. So nobody here so far has any kind of supernatural experience. Is that what you're telling me? I don't believe it. Don't forget to give a like when you come in. Thanks while we get started here. Get some folks in here. What's up, Pierre? How you doing, Pierre? Tech on Tesla. Okay, Sleepy Random. We have somebody. Sleepy Random, do you want to jump into our chat and discuss this in a little bit? Or do you just want to chat here? You can do it with voice if you're in the Discord. Well, what's the matter, Pierre? If you share to share, maybe we can help out. If you like, if you care to share, Pierre. Yeah. Sorry about that, Pierre. Yeah, there's not much we can do to make you feel better about that, but I hope this day isn't too sad for you. Maybe we can cheer you up a little here by talking about some stuff here. So what did it look like, Sleepy Random? So you saw this thing for a second, and then it flew off at light speed. What did it look like? Do tell. Sleepy, are you in the Discord? All right, now I'm in streamer mode. Sweet. Okay, so Benjay is going to be on. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Tech on Tesla. We will get some folks in here. Thank you. All right. I'm going to get the picture in the art section here and post it up right now. We have our first... We got Broker. Oh, that's a good one. It's like a unicorn. I like that. Let's see. Copy link. I think I'll just add this like this. I'm going to add this. Oh, I gotta save it. All right, there we go. Oh, I already have a bunch of hats in here. Interesting. All right, I'm gonna put up some other hats too, and we're gonna get a collection. If you have one, send it in. When we get up some of the user hats, and we're gonna get that. There we go. Blah, 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 blah. All right, here's Broker. Oh, wrong one. Damn it. Ah! Why was that there? Okay. Technical difficulties here. All right, let's get this. Alrighty. There we go. I got so much stuff up here that I can't even. Alright, there we go. And we're gonna move this back over here. There we go. Alright, there's Broker. Really? I'm picking up a lot here. I actually have some pretty good antennae going on here if I'm not in outer space. So I've got a pretty good rig myself. I'm like a buck, ready to ruck. And then we're going to get to actually hear Benjay complain live in person. That's going to be amazing. Gregory, well, you know what's good? Tinfoil is fairly... Okay, it's very inexpensive, so... Is everybody in Texas like super eco-friendly? You don't want to waste the tinfoil? You want to recycle it? You know, I tried to cook a brisket once, and I learned it the hard way. I thought I could do it in like 8 hours, and it turns out I'd eat it like 20. That thing was only good after I cooked it and then stuck it into a stew until it fell apart. I learned my lesson the hard way. What's up, Benjay? I heard you're going to come on the show. Do you have any supernatural experience? Ghosts? UFOs? What's up, One Devil Cat? What's happening? You get 50 yards for 50 cents. That's right. Nope, none. How you going to come on Tinfoil Hot Night and not have any experience? My goodness. We'll see what you talk about. Let's see what happens. This is the night we talk about supernatural experiences, conspiracies, no politics. We'll stay away from the politics. Okay. It's everybody's favorite night. If you got a picture, send it to the Discord. Join the Discord. Send it in. Put it in the art department. And I'll go grab it. We have a couple more I could add in here. Ooh, Byron Voltaire. Are you in the room right now, Byron? All right. I'm going to swing this photograph over. Let me open the original. There we go. All right, Byron. So Byron is sharing this. He put it in the Discord. And he said, don't know if this is a UFO or not, but it's a strange cloud formation. It's almost like the Loch Ness Monster of alien clouds. Right? Looks like little Nessie up there. That's pretty interesting. Did you just take that photograph, Byron Voltaire? Hey, what's up, Byron? So you're DJ. Cool. Did you just take that photograph? And it's the same shape. Oh, yeah. It's the same shape as Broker's antenna, so. Look, it's the exhaust from this UFO. That's what's happening. Interesting. All right. What does anybody think that is? Just a cloud? Is that just a cloud, or is that something else? Kind of does look like a whale. Let's get in close here. Like those guys on the History Channel. All right, you see. Now it looks like a bird. Looks like a bird. Oh my. I hate that sound. Roby1 Kenobi says he's about to do a body wrap with eye holes. My wife said, don't you do it. No, it's okay if it's tinfoil. You just can't do it with saran wrap. You tell her that it's okay as long as it's not saran wrap, and we don't take any responsibility for any harm that comes to you. Ah, I can't send a video? Yeah. Well, it was a high quality until I went in. See, now it's a high quality photograph. There you go. Well, that's what that is. Yeah, I don't know how to change the level of the megabytes you can put in Discord. Jane said she never said that. In fact, Jane says that if you did wrap yourself in tinfoil and just left the eye holes, that she would think it's super, super sexy. That's the vibe we're getting over here. She said she meant to tell you that she has a thing for guys that wrap themselves completely in aluminum foil. Don't kill him, Jane. Don't kill him. He's got to better breathe. The saran wrap's probably a little bit sexier. I'm gonna say. Oh, that works. Yeah, upload it to YouTube and just give us the link. We can do that. I can even have it before me. Oh! Don't be a foil. What's up, Homer's Reluctant Odyssey? How's it going? All right, let's give away some money. And I'm going to enter the word. And the word is going to be tinfoil hat night Dogecoin. It's a phrase. There we go. So enter the phrase tinfoil hat night Dogecoin. And we'll get some money given away here. And keep liking and keep subscribing, then the more money we'll give away. How's it going? We're just having tinfoil hat night, and we're going to build this night and start getting a little silly here and talk about some crazy stuff. We're going to keep an eye on all these coins while they live trade, and then talk about supernatural experiences we may or may not have had ourselves. We just got a what's up, Kevin? To the moon, Alice. Joey, we just got a picture sent in. Yeah, what's up, Rageview? And we're gonna have some speakers on. We can have folks come on and talk actually instead of just chat, but actual chat audio wise. You want to do that? I think Ben Jay's going to come on and talk. Yeah, we don't know about what, but he says he has absolutely never had any kind of supernatural experience ever. We'll see if he got his walk-in today or not. See how grumpy he is. I'm going to put up some more pictures here. Since we have... Let's see who else. Got user pictures. Tinfoil Hat Night Dogecoin is the full phrase for the $10 giveaway. And I want to, while you guys do that, I'm going to add some more images of people in their hats, with their tinfoil hats on. This is with the dog. The dog's even got the hat on. That's great. What's up, Paul D? What's happening? Type in tinfoil hat night Dogecoin. I know it's long. Kevin's Humphrey says, I was probed relentlessly and definitely had an alien encounter, just not at the same time. Were you hoping to get probed during the alien encounter? I mean, that's everybody's best hope, right? I need a probing. If I'm not getting probed, this isn't worth it. Doge astronaut, YouTubers exposed. Back in the house. Sharon Cox, back in the house looking to win some more money. One devil cat. All right. Let's get this rolling. One in Rome, right? I don't know. See, our theory is that, at least my theory, is that because aliens probably don't have sex organs. See, Howard doesn't really have sex organs, right? We don't think. We haven't checked, though. We haven't really given him the old, let's check these, see what he's got. Meatball Mo Money. Dixie, what's up? They probably don't have an anus either. So they just like to probe things they don't have, I guess, is what's going on. They're like, we don't have this butthole, so we're going to go ahead and probe it. What's up, Fran? Excuse my language, ladies. Finally made it in, Fran. Way to go. Join the Discord. Join the Discord and we can have a chat and actually have you on the air so the world can hear you talk about your experiences. If you choose. Nick Curse, what's up? Tinfoil Hat Night Dogecoin for the $10. All right, let's just go ahead and give it away. Here we go. Sharon Cox wins again. Sharon Cox wins again. You know the deal. I haven't paid anybody for the last couple of days because I do it in bulk. But email me. Sharon always wins. This is like the 4th time, I think. Lucky dog, you. She must have it rigged. There we go. I did not find time to watch the Skinwalker Ranch. I should have, but you know what happened? I started watching the thing on the Night Stalker. The dude in LA. Was it Ramirez? What's up, Louis the Boss? What's happening? So I started watching that. It got me off track. Yeah. So I apologize. I'll have to talk about that the next one. But we can talk about it now. Do you want to tell us about Skinwalker Ranch in Discord? So is summer hit in for everybody else out there, or is it just me where it's hot as heck now? It went from being like 60 degrees to being 80 degrees. Thanks. Matt knows who I am. I asked him if he wanted to collab, and he said maybe in the future. So maybe he doesn't like tinfoil. Ah, beautiful. 75-ish. Yeah. It was a beautiful day, but it turns out it might be a little warm to be wearing velour already. Is this your first time here? Is it Luis? Lewis? We kind of have a party atmosphere is what we're doing here. But tonight is Tinfoil Hat Night, where we expand our conversation to all things known and unknown in the world, including aliens, alien probing aliens, getting probed by aliens, ghosts, conspiracies, weird shit that's happened. So when do I think this hits $1? I think it hits $1 when there's some changes made to limit the amount of Dogecoin out there after a huge amount of acceptance. People start using it more. Like actually pay people tips. Realistically. That's why we all need to keep talking about it. Alrighty. Get my light down a little bit here. Kevin with the jokes. Oh my. Oh my. Oh, we got another one. Oh, here. Okay, so now we got the cloud UFO picture. I'm gonna open it in YouTube. All right, and this is DJ. Set this in. Here's the cloud formation. Let's see what he has to say. Where's Piha Beach?
Something blasted.
But inno land agla adile stucked. La?
I don't know what it is. Something blasted. It's very weird shape.
Idile kuda para nalla clear ah theriyudu.
Looks like a nice sunset. That looks like a nice sunset there. All right. Thanks for sending that in. She's holding firm. The Doge is. She's holding. Auckland, New Zealand. Ah, beautiful. Was that yesterday? Because it's sunset where I'm at right now. It sounded like too many people are out, right? So to be what's up, Mr. Izzy? What's up, Andy? What is going on? Well, we're having tinfoil hat night. So I'm trying to make sure that I can get communicated to from anything that needs to communicate to me with my antennae up. And if you'd like to send us a picture of your tinfoil hat, because you should be wearing one right now. What's up, SED troll? It almost rhymes with STD troll. It will never hit $1, and you think about moon. Yes, I like the moon. That's where we're going. Because I said so, damn it. Because I said so. Homer's Reluctant Odyssey. Well, Homer, you can take a Reluctant Odyssey to California. Where do they move in California? I'll tell you if you should visit or not. Okay, your kids live there. I got that. But thanks, Mr. Izzy. So nice of you. I appreciate that. So it's tinfoil hat night. We're going to talk about anybody with his experiences, supernatural. I try to get our guest on from MUFON, and which is who studies alien like sightings, abductions, and things. But he had to work late, so he won't be on here tonight. But instead, we're gonna have Benjay on. Oh, okay, it was last year. Ah, pandemic. You guys barely had a pandemic in New Zealand, huh? Ventura and Santa Clarita. Well, Ventura, I would say Ventura County is a spot worth visiting. I hate Los Angeles. Sorry, Los Angeles. What's up, the guy? Hey, I know a guy. He's the guy. Thank you. Thank you, the guy. Thank you, the guy. Guy just sent me $2 because he's the guy. Because that's why he's the guy, right? He's the guy. He wouldn't be the guy, but he sent money. He's the guy. Ventura and Santa Clarita. So Ventura is actually nice and a little more less urban, and actually kind of rural in a lot of spots. So I like Ventura, and it's on the coast. I do not like Los Angeles. And I live in San Diego. The guy and the dude, they're cousins. And Santa Clarita, I don't know much about. I just know there's a college there because I looked at it when I was looking at colleges, but I didn't really get to visit there. So, the guy, of course he knows the dude. The guy and the dude. Probably sold him his car. Hey, are you there, Benji? Benji, let me know if you're around. Oh, here's the Skinwalker Ranch. There's 24 hours. Let's go out 5 days here. Depends on what kind of trading you want to do, Mr. Izzy. Five days out. Look at that. That's a pretty nice, substantial jump from 5 days ago. I like that. Where are you going to be visiting from, Homer's Reluctant Odyssey? Is it drivable? I just drove from San Diego to Utah and back, and I have to say it's a hell of a really pretty drive to the western United States. So I would recommend it. Like if you travel from like Maine to Georgia, it all kind of looks similar. Some has hills, some doesn't. But in the western U.S., the landscape can change within like 40 minutes. Pretty hardcore. That's pretty cool. York. Oh, the hell. That you drive the whole country basically at that point. Yeah. York, PA. I know some folks in PA. So nobody here's seen a UFO. Nobody's even... Has anybody been abducted in their sleep by an alien? Is anybody taking Ambien and not remember what the hell happened? And then blame it on an alien. Yeah, the 5 days looking good. Look at 5 days back here. Not too shabby. And you go 1 month out. You start getting your averages. It's looking pretty good. West Palm Beach, Florida. I know some folks there too. Love the train. Where'd you take a train trip from? Are you talking about the coin, or are you talking about the a train trip? I've taken a train across the whole country. I've taken a train from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, all the way to San Diego. But like 2 days of it's at night, so. Travis saw some lights in the sky. Oh, so you did the opposite way. I bet it was a nice train trip. Did you have a sleeper car, or were you up in the just regular seats with all the crazy people? On my train trip, I realized that train people are pretty weird. No offense, Amtrak, frequent cross countryers, but like I was in a sleeper car, and then they don't let the seat people go behind the dining car to where the people with the sleepers are. Yeah, the sleeper. And then I would go up just to see what it's like up there, because you can go the whole train if you're in the sleeper car, but the people that have the seats can't go back where the sleeper people are. It's like first class, I guess, or something. But you go up and there's like chickens, and roosters flying around, feathers, chinchilla. You don't even. It's like weird. It's crazy. Yeah. Yeah, I did the Chicago too. It went Pennsylvania, Washington, Chicago. I went Pennsylvania, D.C., Philadelphia, D.C., Chicago, and then down through down to L.A., then San Diego. I would do it again, but I would do the the corridor, the Empire Builder from Chicago to Seattle. Morgan says, any weird experience I had is more energy related, not alien related. Tinfoil thoughts on energies. I actually have a pretty thought out explanation for energies, probably more than aliens, because aliens is something that, or aliens are something that I can't say is a yes or no. I can't tell you, but mathematically the odds are that life exists outside of us. Do I think they visit the planet? I don't think so, because the odds are they have not. So, what's up, Abby? And so that's something I can't explain, but energy, I believe, because energy is physics, right? Everything moves in waves, like everything. And things we don't think moved in waves 100 years ago, we learned do move in waves. Sound moves in waves. Light moves in waves. So when you hear something deep like this, the vibration is just moving with higher and further apart frequencies, higher and lower, right? And then if it's something high pitched, it's moving like this. You can look at a guitar string and film it in slow motion. And the high strings vibrate really quickly, and they don't go as high. It's this, and then the bass ones go. So everything is waves. Light is in waves. There's a lot of sounds that we can't detect because we didn't need to detect them. So there's things that are lower in that aren't audible to our ears, but other animals hear it, and things that are higher. Light is the same way. We can't see infrared, but we know it exists, and light waves depend on the vibration of the energy as well. And so a light wave is energy, and if it's a higher pitch, it's a different color. That if it's a higher frequency, then it's a different color than a low frequency. So energy is definitely something that travels, and it travels in waves. And to think that we can't harness things that aren't perceptible to us is kind of crazy, right? Because we can't look at anything on YouTube because we'll get in trouble. So we're going to have our own conspiracy. So we know that we can't perceive certain colors. We can't see infrared, and some birds can. We can't see certain colors. We can't hear certain sounds, but we know they exist. It's crazy for us to think that we can't also not sense other energy sources or energy that comes from something that we don't understand, just the way we can't even understand the universe, because we're like, well, what comes at the end of the universe? Well, us thinking there's an end of the universe is like flat earthers thinking there's an end of the earth. It's the same mind thing. Just because we can't envision it doesn't mean it isn't. And there's so many things that we don't understand. So I think that's kind of, yeah. So I think energy is definitely something. Now, do I think that you can buy a crystal of a certain type and it's going to fix a certain problem? No, I think that's all just a scam. But I think there's something that I think people can get in tune with energy. That's what I think. Doge thoughts aliens are thick. They're the thickest. Dogecoin Ferrari 2035. The thickest. That's with like 4 C's. Zuckerberg is an alien. That is for sure. That man's an alien. Earth Magic Stardust says we need to get in that Vatican library, and we'll find out. Hey, I think you're right. We need to figure out how to get in there. I don't think the Vatican has all the secrets, though. They're doing a pretty piss-poor job. They can't even hide the fact that they're diddling little kids and protecting people, so I have a hard time figuring out that they're going to be hiding aliens. Sorry if that offends anybody, but that's kind of a... you can't sue anybody liable for something that's been proven. We can't watch anything on YouTube because they'll demonetize the thing and tell us we're bad people. Roby says, I read somewhere when you enter a room with the intent on grabbing something and you forget, said that's because an alien is present, erasing your memory so they can escape. You mean like, wasn't that the plot from Men in Black? RJ Lucas has a point. If Elon tweets right now, that's an automatic 0.075 cents. You know what? I'm going to say it could. It'll go up there for like a split second, and everybody will take profits, and it goes back down. Crystal meth vape. There is no proof the Earth is round. All NASA gives us is CGI and says it's Earth. I'm going to go ahead and say you're a little wrong on that. Not a little. You're all wrong on that. We don't need NASA to tell us the Earth is round. We've known that for over 1,000 years, just mathematically. So. And Alexandria. I missed the first part of that. So. Will Doge drop? Should I buy more? I'd wait for a dip, personally, if you're going to buy more, but I like to buy low, sell high. So, that's what I like to do. What's up, Bobby Sparks? What's happening? Long time no see. It's tinfoil hat night, baby. What's up, RJ? So, Zucker has to be either on Adderall or he's an alien. Dude, don't blink. Doesn't Adderall make you blink? I think he blinks sometimes. They have to clear the lenses on the robot vision they gave him. You know, if you're gonna make an android that looks like a human or is pretending to be a human, you don't make him so pale, do you? I mean, he looks pale and sickly, right? So why don't they just like give him a coat of paint that makes him look a little more flush or something? You know what I mean? Because he's all pale. You should kind of give a little life into him. The guy says we're overdue for a good old Elon tweet. You know we are. He's been tweeting a lot today, but it's about his Neuralink. So, what's up, Nuno Bras? What's up? Broker says, have you seen footage of the first spacewalk? 1,000% claymation. Let's see if we can find footage of that. See if we can find something. Can help you. Oh my. We'll take the audio out of there. Oh my God. Broker is right. Look at this. The moon landing is totally claymation. This is official NASA footage right here. This is crazy. Dude. You're right. It's totally claymation. Holy crap. Dude, this is, look, Howard's on the moon. Howard's dancing on the moon. The moon landing, this is the moon landing, official NASA footage when the United States first landed on the moon. Incredible. Incredible footage. It's claymation. It's fake. Oh my gosh. Oh my God. Why don't they have helmets on? That's how you know it's fake. They don't like cheese either, it looks like. Well, there you go. You have it now. It's total claymation. The moon landing. Alright, what did I miss in the chat here? Doge steadily climbing. Higher highs, higher lows, lower. Yes. Do you still snowboarding? No, I'm back. I didn't board actually because I'm afraid I'm gonna break something. I'm too old. But I did snowmobile, and that was incredible. Awesome. If you're ever in the Utah backcountry, snowmobiling, definitely do it. It's worth every cent. Blue Hair Dave, do you believe in the Tesla medbed? What is the medbed? Please tell me what that is, and I'll tell you if I believe in it. Yeah, we took the alien home, Howard. He doesn't live on the moon, actually. Howard lives in the alley behind the nightclub, and he's been on a good one for a couple months now. So he's got a bit of a problem. He's having fun, though. All right. Abby said, think about it. How was NASA watching live while they walked on the moon? They put a camera on the spaceship? Same way they communicated? Elon said Doge to the moon. I see a dog on the moon, yes. Well, that's right. He was talking about that cartoon, maybe. And the moon is made of cheese. Everybody knows that the moon is made of cheese. That's not even up for debate. It's pretty obvious, I think, right? All right, here we go. Ah, the first spacewalk. I'm going to open this one up and play it. I got to turn the sound off, though. All right. All right, so here's the moonwalk. Now, we don't know what this is. We're assuming that this is actual footage as it says it's sourced, but we don't know. Oh, that's pretty cool. There's your camera. That's like a selfie stick. Well, that's pretty cool looking. Oh, somebody's glove just flew off. Well, that would suck. You just did the first spacewalk and you're throwing out gloves. You know these guys weren't even that far up, which is crazy. Like, they're in space, but they're not like space. They're pretty close. Well, that's pretty cool looking. I don't think it doesn't look like claymation to me. It just looks like a best film camera they could get at the time in space. That was cool. Thank you for anybody else that had anything they want to send up. I think I could show it as long as we don't have the volume on and we discuss it, right? Flathead politics shows all the times. Well, I'm going to say that his job is probably to pretend that things are fake. And that's how he makes money. Nuno says, I wish going to Whistler one day and waiting for to go more. I've never been to Whistler. I want to go. For sure. I was trying to plan a trip last year. It didn't work out. The first man in the moon was a cameraman, of course. He was the guy in the newsroom when they filmed it. What's supposed to heal something in your body? What's funny you mentioned Benjay. We told him he could come on. Who's the flat Earth guy who made his own rocket and smashed himself into the ground? Yeah. If they were really that close to the Earth, it wouldn't look that fake. How do you know what the Earth looks like? Have you done that? Van Ryan, radiation belt, needed like 8-inch thick capsules, but I got it's too heavy. I've heard that one before about the radiation belt, and that radiation belt isn't a steady state item. It's not like there's a permanent belt that's always the same around there. I heard that, I think it was Neil deGrasse Tyson, and it's like one sentence. So people think that because there's a radiation area that can hurt people, it's not like some hard border anywhere. So. Okay. I've seen engineers diagnose the clip saying that rotating helmet defies law. I'm just going to play skeptic here. I don't know anything about the film except for what I just watched. I've never seen it before. So I think just because an engineer diagnoses something doesn't mean that the engineer is smart. I know an engineer, and he's probably one of the dumbest humans I've ever met in my life. And I don't know if he's a good engineer or not, but he's batshit crazy. Let's take a look here. So. And maybe it was the engineer that planned this thing. Too soon? Too soon for Hindenburg jokes? Too soon for Hindenburg jokes. Okay. So I'll have to check out that video more often and see about the helmet. Maybe we'll bring it back a little bit later too. I'll see you later, Nuno. Take care. Thanks for stopping in. You can send me a clip to play as long as it's not dirty, and I don't think I can play the volume. Bobby Sparks, what do you think about the flu just vanishing this year? Please look into it and let me know what you think. It has me asking tons of questions. Bobby. Well, Bobby, if I were to tell you that just let's pretend there's no global pandemic, okay? And everybody in the earth just decided to stay in and watch Friends reruns for like a year. And now I'm not like a viral specialist, but say everybody decided to stay inside for a year and watch Friends reruns over and over again. Maybe even some Blue Bloods. Blue Bloods, it's a quality show. I like Blue Bloods. And when they did go out, they wore masks. A lot of them did. Most of the people did. The whole world, too. Not just America. I know we have many international folks in here. My American friends seem to think that the pandemic only hit America. And it's a secret plot somehow. But turns out the whole world also experienced the same thing and took similar measures. I think that a lot of contagious diseases would dampen down temporarily for a little bit, especially ones that weren't nearly as contagious as the Friends episodes. So that's my first thought on it, just being a layman. That's the common sense approach, I would think, but now I don't even know if flu cases are up or down. I assume that they're way down is what I would assume. Because if the steps people took was enough to put some kibosh on a highly contagious communicable disease, then I would imagine one that's 75 to 80% less contagious would also be stamped out of it temporarily. There's no space in gravity, right? It depends on how far out in space you are. Yeah, no, the space station is actually in a pretty close orbit to Earth, and there is some level of gravity in space. That's why things come back to the Earth. Satellites, when the space station, they stick it up there, eventually it's going to come back down. And some things float if you leave it there, but even the littlest touch will make it send it in a direction. You can send the clip to the Discord. If there was enough room to rotate, he would be exposed to space. Yes, conspiracy on the Discord. Thank you. Customer of mine, which is Chinese, told me his family was forced to take a shot, which was mandatory, 5 months before COVID dropped. What was the shot? I don't know what shot that guy got or who that is. It could have been a flu shot. I took a flu shot before COVID happened. I don't think the flu shot gave me 5G or code. You know what? Definitely didn't give me 5G because I can't even broadcast a live stream from my phone. So if I'm going to get 5G injected into me, I would at least like to have it fast enough where I could live stream from my phone's hotspot. I'm not asking for much, Bill Gates. So if I did get 5G, I would like to know how to use it because I think it's busted. I don't think 5G has anything to do with controlling when you get sick. It's a piss poor technology for cell phones. Because you have to have a tower like every 20 feet for it to work even half decently. Broker says he has a buddy who swears up and down they created the virus to purge their own elderly population. I think they need more people in China, if I'm not wrong. I think there's a shortage of people now. Or maybe they have too many old people, I don't know. Now that's where the 5G is like probably not at all in the realm of possibility. The elderly population thing kind of could be with a country whose leadership is still attached to somebody who murdered over 30 million people, 50 million people on the Cultural Revolution, Mao. So a mass genocide of old people would not be beyond the scope of what's happened the last 100 years in China. So that's actually doable. I think that's actually something that you could not dismiss completely offhand, although I would look at it skeptically. Only 1,000 even reported this year. 1,000 what? Deaths or cases of the flu? Did I get my COVID shot? Yes. And the tail only lasted like 4 weeks. And now my tail's gone. So, it also, strange side effects, the vaccine makes your penis like 4 times the size permanently. It's crazy. So glad I got it. Yeah. Okay, so what I hear you say from a skeptic's mind, Abby, says to this day they don't know what the shot was for. It was real. They got a shot. So they could have got a rabies booster. They could have got anything. But yeah, we don't know what it was. So to assume that they got a COVID vaccine before they released it is possible. But probably it's less likely than they just got a flu shot or something like that. Because they don't know what it was. So for all they knew, it was infertility shot. Like we don't know. 5G plus COVID shot equals subconscious activation protocol. Like Manchurian candidate? We got no Japan. Japan has a shortage. Shortage of people or old people? No, China I think has a shortage of people too. Yep. They have a growing shortage of factory workers. They don't have enough workers, and they're going to have to start. There's a work shortage. So they don't have enough people, and old people wouldn't be able to work in factories. So China has a shortage of folks. They're growing so quickly. Roby One Kobe says, anyone see, I'm not even going to say his names because I have a feeling YouTube's just going to shut us down or something. Talking about a classroom with 3 people talking about radicalism and how to treat it with a numbing that side of the brain with an injection. I have not seen that. All right, Bobby, I don't think there's only been 1,000 cases of the flu reported. before I Google it, would you want to go find that for me? Because I'm going to almost be certain that that is not the case. First blush. Could be. It's definitely historically low. Hey, you might be right. This is crazy. Hey, look at see, I'm a skeptic. Huh. That, see, you learned something. Look at that. So there was, as of a month ago, 1,500 cases that tested positive that were sent to CDC for flu. That's crazy. So that is true. Yeah. Yeah. So I'm going to say that, yeah, that's true. You need to do more curls, baby. Jay gets centered. You need manly arms to not get muscle spasms at injection sites. You know, my arm hurt for like 3 days, but just like it's sometimes a flu shot or like a booster shot, same thing because of the needle. And you're talking. We never talked about the flu killing people. It did kill a bunch of people, and people did talk about it. You know, I get these notices from my healthcare provider begging me to get a flu shot every year. And then the flu is like a third as contagious as COVID. The media doesn't hide everything, no. The media only puts out stuff that they're pretty sure is true. It used to be that they're very sure it's true, and now it's pretty sure it's true. And I think by the media you mean like network television, but what is out there are just millions of other news sources made up by people just like me that puts up a website with fake stuff in it, and then people think it's true. So basically the world is in a huge cycle of disinformation that people made up and whispered down the lane of maybe something that's like this true, like there's barely any flu cases, and then that turns into conspiracy theory after like 100 people hear it, and then they turn it into something else. I think that's kind of what happens a lot of the time. It's very low. No, you're right. I just looked it up. It's super low, the flu thing. You have never taken the flu shot. Yeah, I get them every year because they tell me to, and I'm also a little bit older, so would I get it if I was 20? Hell, I didn't go to the doctor when I was in my 20s or 30s, so then when you start falling apart, you kind of go and check these things out. Hey, Benja, you're back, man. I thought you wanted to be on live tonight, Benja. What's going on? You got the one called placebo. I got the Pfizer one. Yeah. I think that's the one that makes your penis bigger. No COVID for you. Good job. Thrombosis. Oh, the blood clots. I saw something about blood clots. Yeah, and they don't know if it's a vaccine that gives it to them. How do you call in? You got to go on Discord. I think Broker can hook it up for you. Bits and Bite. What's up, Hector? We got the dude and the guy. I don't think state-run media would be any better, my comrades. Are you talking about the flu? No, I'm talking about there was only like 1,500 flu cases that they tested. Like they thought the emergency room was like, oh, this guy might have flu, and they sent it in to get tested. So 450 is actually a lot because if they only had 1,500 cases that they tested as of last month, that's a pretty big fatality rate. You made your tinfoil hat? There you go. They say the COVID shot contains dead fetuses. No. Where are you getting your information from here? Where do you live, Abby Saeed? You've been on the wrong websites, I think. No shit. Are you kidding? Jay gets censored? That's crazy. He said he got the Pfizer. His coworker got it. He had a stroke 2 days ago. I got the Pfizer. He's okay-ish. Well, that's crazy. How old is he? How old's your coworker? Benji's not getting vaccinated. Are you getting vasectomy? The COVID shot contains COVID. Does it? It's the replication of lung tissue from an aborted fetus. So that's not the same as having a fetus in it. Okay. Yes, they might have been in a weird way. They took something from a dead baby. So that's a little different too. A documentary, it must be true, right? What's up, Kyle? What's happening? Pretty crummy joke topic, yes. Fetal cell cultures, that's not the same thing. It's not parts, it's a culture of a part. Don't blame your autism, Andrew, on a shot. Well, you're in the Navy. You've been shot up with a whole bunch of stuff, right? That's what Mr. Wonderful, TBF, said. He was in the Army for 20 years, retired as a major. And he's like, man, I'll get the vaccine. He's like, I've been shot up with so much weird stuff. I have no idea what they put into me. I'll get whatever experimental vaccine they have. It's not going to be worse than what the Army put into him. Benjay coming right out of the gate there. Oh, boy. Oh. He's Nietzsche reborn. Nihilist. Next topic, yeah. A lot of medicines come from fetal material. Fetus material. Sorry, not fecal. Well, you just said two kind of wrong things, Shelby. So inaccurate, at least. Yeah, the bigger picture is they wanted 5 million people not to die extra. That's it. I think that was the idea. Now, is it worth the price that everybody paid? I don't know. That's debatable. Okay. We told you how to do it, Benji. Are you on Discord? Are you in there? You got to get into the Discord. So go do what broker tells you to do. And I'm in that room. And I think I have the thing on. So I think we'll be able to hear you once we do that. But for some reason, it's not my thing. Oh, there it is. Yeah. So I am talking. There we go. You can see the top left when I talk. All right, let me go find that clip. I'm gonna grab it from Discord. All right. Okay. Let me get this.
We'll continue to do what it takes to turn science fiction into science.
This is funny already. Wait. So this is a green screen compilation by people called Reds Retarded. So we know it comes from a valuable source. They have this guy talking, and they have voiced him over and changed what he actually said, just to start off the film, just to give you the. Sorry to break this apart like this, but I literally just started laughing when I saw it. So this is material taken from other spots, and they're assuming that it's like footage that's directly from like NASA that somehow was broadcast live. And you don't know the background of where this stuff came from. So, oh, that was from a movie. So I'm not even going to show the rest of this because here's the thing. You don't know. Somebody could do a green screen to make a movie, and that doesn't mean that space is fake. And so we don't know the background of what those movies are from, and that's on purpose. So you show somebody a 5-second clip of something and say, see? And that is why, my friends, critical thinking courses are very important. It'd be better than talking about fetus parts. Bobby Sparks. Kyle, don't worry about it. It's look up Discord and then use that link and you can chat. We'll even get you all live on here if somebody wants to talk. We'll do like talk shows. We'll do talk show. Yeah. I'm ready for the first caller. Let me turn the volume down on the music. Okay. Send them in and let's see if this works. I'm in there already. I can see my little icon on the top left working. So, do you have a picture of yourself, Benjay? We can put a little thing that says via satellite on it. Let me know when he's in. Oh, I see him. He's muted. Unmute yourself, Benjay. We have our first vocal guest in a long time coming in. Long time regular in here. Do I have to unmute him? I can't unmute him. Technical difficulties. You got a point there, Jay gets censored. I should sell tinfoil hats as merch. We'd probably sell 4 of them, I bet. I'll get rich. I'll make millions. Kyle, would you like to come on? We're taking callers today. Join that Discord, like Broker said. And he'll put you in there because Benjay's on mute. So, yeah, download the app. And after that, you just talk. Like, put on like your iPod mic thing or whatever it is. I think Broker's handling it. I'm going to let him handle it. I don't want to start throwing people in there. He needs to unmute himself.
I got to unmute myself? It says I'm not muted.
Oh, there you go. I just heard you now.
Oh, you hear me?
Yeah, what's up?
What's up?
What's happening? I'm doing great. You sound a lot friendlier than you seem on the thing.
No, I'm
You're like Oscar the Grouch.
I have very strong opinions. In the United States, that's rude. Outside of the United States, it's like totally normal.
I'm sure they don't call you ugly American or anything like that, right? Isn't that the term?
Dude, I used to live in Israel. Ugly Israeli is another level. You don't understand. At the airport in Israel, on the way out, they say, please behave, don't be rude. There's a big sign of the first president saying, don't be rude, represent us with respect. This is a funny story. In Italy, there'll be 3.
Oh, wait, hold on a second. I have to turn you up. I don't have his volume on my thing, unfortunately. I think I have to control that from. Oh, let me see. Sorry. This is our first shot at this. I think it's whatever comes out of Discord is his volume. Talk again. Sorry.
Do you hear me better now?
Keep talking.
Yes. In Italy, you'll go to a hotel. Israelis are known to take food from like the cafeteria.
How's that,
in the morning.
everybody?
They'll take.
Okay. Okay. Now it says you're okay now, I think. So keep talking.
All right. So Israelis are known to take food from, the dining room, and they'll take it for the whole day. They'll pack their bags with sandwiches, breads. They're really rude. They'll take towels from the room. So there'll be 3 languages on a menu. Not Spanish, not French. It'll be English, Italian, and Hebrew. So when you say like ugly American, bro, dude, there's nothing uglier than the ugly Israeli. That place is freaking rude.
I've never been there. I think I'm going to Dubai in 6 weeks, so.
Oh, dude, you're gonna have a great time.
I hope so.
I'm
hoping to get sold into sex slavery, but they didn't offer that though, so I don't even know if it's on the table.
They have a huge like crypto crowd out there that just live there permanently. You gotta go to they have their little events where they charge people like a few $100s. You know exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah, well, that's why I'm going actually. I'm actually speaking at a digital marketing conference, but it's at the same time as their first big crypto one. It's a company called Sigma. They're based in Malta, and so they do one like in Indonesia, and they do one in Africa, and they do one in the Middle East, and they do one. And so this is their first one in Dubai. And so in order to make it so it's more people, they put the emerging technologies like blockchain, crypto, and then digital marketing. And so I think I'm talking on the digital marketing. So
I gotta say though about them, that's pretty interesting, by the way. But they're all like Bitcoin maximalists. They're like buy Bitcoin, everything else is trash. Maybe Ethereum. If you say Doge there, they all like roll their eyes. Some of them might give you the time of day with Cardano. They're like super elitist. It's like not even funny.
They probably look at me like I'm wearing a tinfoil hat or something.
What do you care? I mean, they make their money by selling. No,
I don't
I'm serious.
care.
Listen, dude, this is misunderstood. The YouTubers do not make money from selling crypto advice. They make money by selling programs, referral links, all this bullshit. They make money on telling others how to make money. You know that in marketing.
Well, yeah,
that's just the truth.
That's how it works. Yeah.
Look, they're telling everyone buy XRP, buy this, buy that. I doubt they buy this shit. They probably have a few Bitcoin. That's it.
Well, this is an entertainment program, not financial advice.
No, I'm not giving financial advice. Don't take it.
I can't give financial advice. I tell everybody don't listen to me. That's what I do.
Well, what happens if you? Come on. Let's be real.
Yeah.
This is the real world.
I don't know. I tell everybody I've got Dogecoin and Bitcoin. And I keep waiting to buy Cardano, and as soon as I do, it's just gonna crash. So
I'm
same
not
with
even kidding when I
BTT.
say this. No, I don't think Cardano's going to crash. BTC, I'd hold off on.
If I buy
think
it, I
that's
will.
that's a bit overpriced. Cardano, no, dude. I think that's going $4 or $5. But that's a good coin. But what I have
You heard it
100%
here
Doge.
first.
I'm not kidding when I say that. I have 100% Doge. I have $14,000 in Dogecoin because I don't actually believe in the coin that much. I'll tell you why. Listen, it hasn't been updated
Tell
in
us.
years. Who knows what's going on with the dev team? No one knows what's going on. They're like the Illuminati. What the hell are they doing? Who are they? They say they have 200 volunteer developers. I don't know. It only recently they said we're back into it because of the recent pump from 2 months ago. I think it's a public relations stunt from Musk. I think this will be the greatest public relations stunt on the planet. He gets so much advertising from it that think of the hundreds of millions like every tweet would cost him if he were to do that in like traditional advertising. I think there's such a huge public relations stunt. I don't know if I believe in the coin or not. The developers, they leave everyone in. No one knows.
Well, they're as
Like,
dumbfounded as everybody else is.
Yeah, so it's just
About-
I think it's a huge public relations stunt. It's going to enrich a ton of people. The
I
coin
hope so.
itself,
Look, you've made the price go up since you've been speaking.
I do.
Look
I
at
don't
that.
pay attention to it, to be honest. I don't care about these little like spikes and pump. Dude, I'm holding it just to see what Musk does. Dude, who cares, man? It goes up to 6 cents, 6.5. You make your money when like something big happens here, and I get a feeling it will. I don't know why. My gut is telling me.
I feel like it's going to too, and for the same reasons you probably really there's no logical reason why it should go up, but it has been. And I'm just gonna check my account in like 15 years after the apocalypse has happened, and get into my rocket car and check
Do
these
you
out.
actually think 15 years? I think this is going to be like 8 months, 10 months maximum. I don't know why. I think you have really good intuition also. It's something in my gut tells me something huge is happening here. I don't know.
Well, we think alike.
I don't know what it is. Dude,
well, I mean, the reason I say that long is because I still wouldn't cash out. Is what I'm saying.
You have money,
So,
though.
I would let it ride. Yeah, this is play for me. This is like an
yeah.
like
You're not like
I'm not spending my kid's college fund. You know what I'm saying? So
you're not the millennial crowd who has like no hope. No, it's like no hope. Doge is our
yeah,
hope.
no, I'm Gen X with no hope. So actually, I take that back. I have hope, but very little.
No, yeah.
Ever since I got the
No.
vaccine,
No doubt in my mind. He can't. Imagine he just let's just say the coin died. Dude, that would be such a PR disaster. Every time his name would come up anywhere, Dogecoin would be brought up. He can't at this point. No, he can't.
Yeah.
Sorry. It's just the truth. So to everyone who's watching, listening to this, just hold. Fuck the little, sorry for cursing, the little pumps and dumps. Dude, just ignore it. Hold the damn thing and just continue what you're doing.
So, future Dogecoin millionaire says your gut must be detecting the fact that Coinbase will allow trading of Dogecoin on the 14th. I hate to be the bearer of maybe bad news, but they did not list Dogecoin as one of like the 50 coins they were going to think about listing. So
They are listing it, though. They're going to, though.
are they? Because the last article
Yeah,
I read, it was like a week ago, and it said Dogecoin wasn't even on the list.
They're actually
they are?
advertising it. Yeah, on Google.
Oh, how did I miss
if you just
that?
Google Dogecoin, I'll tell you. If you Google Dogecoin on Google, sometimes the Coinbase ad comes up and says,
I don't know how to
"Look
do
at
that. What am
Dogecoin price."
GOO.
No, it's just an ad. It doesn't come up every time. It's kind of based. It's an algorithmic type thing. But
Yeah, I
this
know.
morning it was
Look at
coming up.
See, so yeah, but that just means they put that as a keyword. It doesn't mean they're gonna list it.
And no, but right now the Doge dev team they're developing it. Like they have a Reddit
Okay.
thread on it. They wouldn't be wasting their time. It's hundreds of hours to get the coding. So it
Why
can
wouldn't they
interact with
list
their
it then?
system.
Why wouldn't they list it as one of the
No,
possible
they're-
coins that they're gonna add?
Because they're going to make it a huge press release. They want to make this huge event. They want to rile up kind of. They have no choice. Listen, let's say they don't.
Well, that'll
list
go to
it.
10
Do you know-
cents. It'll go to 10
you know how
cents
much-
if that happens.
No, it will. It will go 12, 15 even. Definitely. That makes it an official stable coin. If it's on Coinbase, that's the last frontier when it comes to exchanges. Webull is also adding it, by the way. I'm fairly certain they don't have it right now. I think I read that somewhere. That's also a big exchange.
Kyle Hamilton says good guest, and he says great guest. Gate point. Is Kyle your friend? Did you pay him to say that, or he just loves it?
No, it's just the truth.
It is. You're a good guest.
No,
Do you think you could carry a
15
conversation with the people for like 3 minutes?
Yeah, of course.
I'm gonna go get another beer.
Yeah.
So
God,
talk
are you serious?
Doge.
15. Are you serious? 15 cents? Listen, by the end of the year, there's this guy called
I'll
Miles
be
G
back.
Investment. He makes good. He also makes good video. He does more charts. Listen, this guy says 40 cents. I agree with him. This coin has too much hype. You go in the Reddit group. There's what 1.25 million members. With that much publicity, that much marketing. I mean, the coin has a stable price, and ever since they added it to BitPay, it has like all these use values. So guess what? You could use it for anything. Apple Pay, whatever you could use the other cryptos for. You could use Dogecoin for. It's an official coin now. Webull does not have it. Are they really adding? Yeah, Webull is adding it. I read it somewhere today. I read a lot of crap every day. I don't know exactly from where, but Webull's every place is going to add it, bro. Why wouldn't they? But they're just going to give business to Robinhood. I think the only reason anyone uses Robinhood right now is because it has Doge. Seriously, I swear to God, I think 60% of people on Robinhood are just on there because of Dogecoin. Who the hell would go on Robinhood? They don't let you take your coins. It's like their charts are crap. Let me see if I can read it. Yes, it just takes hype and a few whales and it becomes a game. Yeah, dude, of course. If it hits a penny, it will skyrocket. I don't know. Go for Doge for fun. I mean, you'll still make a ton of money. You could say it's fun, whatever. It's gonna blast. Yeah,
Woo.
Shelby, 100%.
Right.
You could do so much with Doge now. It has use values. So if we go back 4 months ago, you couldn't do anything with the thing. Ever since they have BitPay, you could use Apple Pay with it. You can go to all these hotels. It's like any other crypto.
You can tip on Reddit.
Yeah.
Nobody ever uses that feature.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't tip them.
Well, people
Yeah,
pay for Reddit coins instead of buying Reddit coins, and for karma, people should tip, and it's automated too.
Also Twitch. You could use whatever. I've never used that thing, but apparently you could use Dogecoin on it.
Yeah, I know. I don't do Twitch either, but
Yeah, it's like video game stuff. Reddit.
So what did I miss? Anything?
Nothing really. I was kind of hyping them up on Dogecoin, but that is truly how I feel. I'm not actually like I could put a
Doge.
picture of my portfolio right now. I have Binance and Robinhood. It's 100% Doge. Like I could just anybody calls me out, I'll post it. I don't own anything. Oh, you know they gave me the free. You know the free stock on Robinhood, like when you were like refer people on Binance.
Yeah.
Free stock.
Yeah.
I've done that
Yeah.
4 times. Every single time I get a mining stock for $4 or $5, I sell it to buy more Doge. Like the first second, it becomes you have 3 days before you can sell it.
Yeah, well, it depends on what kind of is it coal or something.
Yeah,
Coal
first of all,
mining, or-
it's like I don't even.
It's
I
not.
don't-
It's
I
not
have to
like
be honest
it's not
with
like a rare valuable metals or anything. It's
I don't even take the time to look at it. I'm just like I see Doge, $3 a Doge is like 200 coins. Do you refer
future
people?
Dogecoin millionaire. What? Yeah,
Do
it's
you
in my
refer people
description.
onto an exchange? Which place do you use?
It's the. I think the link I have is Webull up there.
What's the best stock? I always ask like the big shots. You've done a lot of them. What's the best stock you got?
No, I don't know if I haven't even checked my stats on it. I don't think anybody clicks it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't make any money with YouTube. I make more money in the ads from YouTube. But I haven't
gotcha.
really dug into this channel. I do it this is for fun for me.
Yeah.
And if I had 50,000 subscribers, it would be more than fun. But at 5,600 and change, whatever I have right now, I might make $50 a day.
How long have you been doing it?
Technically, last year when like April, I started putting up videos, and then for like 2 weeks, and then I stopped, and then this past end of February, I started doing it like every day. So,
Dude, you
I
talk
went from,
about
like,
you say
2,000
5,000. You say like 5,600 like it's nothing. It's been like 2 months.
Yeah, well, but I'm not at 50.
Like-
I'm not at the yacht. I'm not at yacht party. I'm not at the yacht. Oh, by the way, the yacht party. We gotta put in the. We gotta put the yacht here. Yeah, I'm not at yacht party level, which I'm dead serious about. By the way, people think I'm kidding. I will literally have a yacht party. So, I need 50,000 subscribers. Spread the word.
All right, I will.
Maybe we'll do it in Atlantic City. Nah, never mind.
No, dude, that's a rundown place nowadays. Really depressed. I was there.
It's always been.
8 months
It's always
ago.
been run down.
No. Before the 50s, it had its day. It was kind of a racist place then, but it was, it was still higher
Well,
class,
yeah,
I guess.
you're like Boardwalk Empire days, maybe, but when they started the
You know, there's
gambling in the 80s, it was still crap. When I
that
was
was-
yeah,
that was
it was
awful.
terrible. Then they knocked down all the slum houses when you got over the bridge to make that like expressway entrance, and that didn't help
remember-
anything.
Do you remember the pit? Are you talking about the pit they had in the middle of the town? Like they wanted to do like an urban renewal program in the middle of town. There was a big pit there for like years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it was terrible.
But what I was going to tell you, it was also a racist place. So they used to have black people carrying like white middle class tourists around in like wagons. You know, like kind of like a prince in a like a chariot, kind of like held.
Oh
by
yeah, the rickshaw.
The rickshaw, exactly. So I read this book once about Atlantic City, and they said once the rickshaw went away, I don't entirely agree with the thesis. They said that, you know, Atlantic City lost all its status. You know, for the working class person, you know, being carried around a rickshaw was really a status symbol. I think it had more to do with the, you know, Boeing 757, but maybe it was both.
Wow, you went from rickshaw to Boeing 757. Please explain.
No, think about it. So like when people used to travel to the Catskill and Poconos, you know, you could only travel like 4, 5, 6 hours from home. You know, in the 1940s via train.
Yeah.
So when the plane came, people started going to South Florida, the Caribbean. You know, all the money drained out of these places. Cancun. You know,
Vegas.
before the 40s, you never went to South Florida. You know, that was a 48-hour train
It was a
ride.
swamp. There was nothing there.
Yeah, in a swamp, or it was for rich elites in Palm Beach. You know, there's a few mansions there for Rockefellers, those type of people who had money to be there year round.
Mm-hmm.
But it wasn't a place like today, you know, where it's like I'm going on Spirit Air for $20 and I'm going to fly halfway across the country. You know, that's fairly.
Yeah, and Atlantic
recent.
City's hard to get to as well, so it's not. You have to go all the way to the end of the state. It's not in between anything.
And also the casinos, you know, they actually like commodified the boardwalk. So it's like you see how they have like hallways connecting different buildings so people don't leave the casino. They kind of like create this huge compound. So if you own a business in the city, the guests don't leave the casino. It's kind of it's created a situation where it's just, you know, while there is still money there, it doesn't reach the city at all.
No, not unless you want a bad tattoo or a bottle of Mad Dog 2020.
Or you know, they used to have they used to have I as a millennial, it's like so foreign to even talk about it. It's like the porn movies, the place where they used to show porn at like the cinemas. They used to have like dozens of them on that main street. That's what it was known for. And it was like believe it or not, it's improved recently.
I don't know if I remember it was this tattoo shop, liquor store, check cashing, tattoo shop, and like really rundown houses. And then the boardwalk, but even the boardwalk, the hotels there, fun fact, I got kicked out of the Caesars there, or whatever it was. Was it Caesars?
For what?
I was gambling, and I had just lost like $300, and I'm in like my mid-20s, and I'm like, that was the money I had, and I was like, oh, geez, you know. And the lady comes around and brings a drink, and I'm still gambling, and she brings like a cup, so it was like it wasn't enough to put a whole can of beer in, right? It's like the small. It was like an 8-ounce cup, the little like whitish clear ones that you might like drink a little Gatorade out of, like at a sports field. And I'm like, can I have like the whole bottle? And she's like, no, what do you think you are? And I was like, Caesar's fucking Palace. She's like, we don't serve a full drink here. And I'm like, since when? I was like, and she's like, we never do, and blah, 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 blah. And I was like, give me the whole beer, please. You know, you're supposed to give me one, aren't you? And she's like, no. She starts getting attitude and like, you know, where do you think you are? And I was like, well, Caesar's Palace in Las Vegas will give me a complete drink and not a half a drink when I ask for one. I just lost a bunch of money, blah, 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 blah. And this is why this place is a shithole and it's going down. You're all going bankrupt. I was in a bad mood, and then they just started like, sir, you need to leave. I'm like, good. I don't want your Schlitz beer anyway.
Did they send over their police force to come to escort you out?
There was a guy staring at me, but I really went. I was like, that's why this place is a shithole and blah, 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 blah.
Nowadays, that place, you don't find mid-20s people there anymore. It's a nursing home. It's like really, really depressed. I don't know. It's kind of sad to talk about. New Jersey.
Has anybody here been? Has everybody been to Atlantic City? Hey, I grew up in New Jersey. Has anybody been to Atlantic City
right now.
in the list here? You're in North Jersey though. You're in Bergen, right? So.
Yeah.
North Jersey.
Where are you from?
So what is everybody talking about in the list here? I'm from South Jersey, Camden County.
Okay, so
Outside,
Philadelphia suburbs.
Talk about yes, Philadelphia suburbs, Camden County. There's like Burlington, Camden County.
Yeah.
I was from a suburban little town.
Which one?
But it was like the Voorhees.
Sounds familiar.
It's like where the Flyers practice spot is. So a lot of the Flyers live in that town. But it's like the last stop on like the high speed line, which is like the subway system out of the city. So we're still connected to everything. And then our county seat is the most violent city in America. So it used to be, but it's not big enough to be a city anymore because all the people moved out.
Oh, they built an aquarium.
They did. I'm actually. I might try and visit that next time I go. They probably have like catfish or something in it. The Delaware River catfish. And it's, yeah. I have a hard time thinking they're going to have like a bunch of pretty fish in there, but maybe they will. Broker says he's worked in Atlantic City a few times at the convention center. I've never been to the convention center actually. I've just been in like the casinos and the boardwalk.
I've heard strip clubs in America could be kind of sketch. Dude, they're just sad places.
Did it ever happen to you? I have not been in a sketchy strip club, to tell you the truth. Honestly. I mean, sketchy besides the function of it. But I haven't been in one where I felt like I was going to get robbed or roofied and robbed. But I don't really go to strip clubs because I feel like, well, first of all, but besides that, it's kind of like, why does anybody want to spend, especially in like Las Vegas? I cannot understand why people go to strip clubs in Las Vegas. Why would you want to spend, $400, $500, $1,000 tipping somebody that's dancing in front of you, right? It doesn't make any sense financially. Like this hypothetically, if you really wanted to see a naked person in front of you, it's a lot cheaper not to do it at a strip club. You know what I mean? Like, I don't get it. Like, isn't there like Craigslist or whatever for that? So, I'm just saying from a financial perspective, it doesn't make any sense. You know what I mean?
So guys, when you have your Doge at $1 each, you'll know where to spend it properly. Take the advice. Don't have that bit payout right away. There's better locations. What is it?
Bobby Sparks says you guys are getting recreational weed soon. What are we talking about? What state are we talking about?
I think New Jersey.
I think New Jersey has it already, doesn't it? New Jersey just got it like January 1st, I think, or something. And then somebody says hacks in Wilmington, Delaware. Are you Bobby? Are you New Jersey? Where's Wilmington, New Jersey? I don't know where that is. I've been to Wilmington.
I don't
Delaware.
either.
I don't know. I never heard of it. Interesting. Bad manners. Oh, Wilmington, Delaware. There you go. Let's see. Yeah. Let's. Have I talked to you about? Go ahead.
No, I was just reading a comment to myself. Sorry, I kind of forget I'm on sometimes.
Yeah. That's all right.
I've never been to Wilmington, Delaware. Have you?
I have. I've been over that bridge.
That's all you did? You like drove by? You're like, oh, Wilmington. You just kept on going, or did you actually stop?
Yeah, yeah. I really don't have much use for Delaware for the most part.
It's kind of an extension
I've been to
of
Newark.
New Jersey.
Kinda, but much more nothing. There's less stuff in Delaware.
I kind of like this question. Could I ask it to you? Would you hold Doge past $1?
Me?
Yeah.
It depends. If it happened, like I would trim, and then I'd leave a bunch in case it went to like $50 somehow.
That's the best answer, because you'd be like, what if it goes up to 8? What if they cap it? Like you'll never know, but at the same time, when it hits $1, it's just gonna crash because everyone's gonna start selling at $1.
Yeah, I would collect a lot more than my initial investment back, but I wouldn't take all of it out. Just like I wouldn't with any,
Yeah.
like if I had bought Amazon 15 years ago, you know, it's the same thing, which I didn't because I also skipped out on Facebook. Bad move, but. My buddy has a restaurant in Newark, Delaware, near the University of Delaware. Go to Mad Max if you get a chance. It's mac and cheese and some Australian type food, but good place.
How's he doing now? That,
I've never been to-
with the COVID. Is
Oh,
he like,
I think they were having a tough time because they could just do delivery, and like where I live, you can eat outdoor year round, and so the places that could have outdoors would do okay. But not in Delaware. You're not in the middle of the winter, right? So I it's been hard. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we got Pierre here talking about. Go ahead.
Here it's totally depressed. It's totally depressed. I mean, everything's emptying out.
That sucks. Yeah, a lot of the stuff closed here, but it's not like half or anything. It's like, you know, the one-off mom and pops that you probably were hurting to begin with. But we'll see what happens because the whole thing hasn't shaken out yet. I have to mention, Pierre says most sketchy strip clubs are the one with no windows. I'm going to have to say that I've never known a strip club to have windows. So
Why don't they have windows? Out of curiosity, is there
because
like
you would just stand outside and watch, and nobody wants to see you inside of a strip club. You know what I mean?
I'm sure you could. I'm sure you could position things so people can't see certain things. I don't know. It seems no natural light. Holy hell, that's a dungeon.
Well, you don't want natural light when it's 3 p.m. and some ladies dancing in front of you with your
Valid
beverage.
point.
I don't think you want to pretend like it's 4 a.m. in the rain, I think.
Valid point. I'm not experienced in this. I admit where I'm lacking.
Broker says I plan on making at least $10 per Doge by the time it hits $1. If you think that sounds stupid, I have already doubled my money from 4.5 to 6.5 from day trading. Broker's smart on the day trading. You just look at these.
Broker's conservative though. You're conservative as hell. I was speaking to Broker. He says if Elon, I'm sorry, I'm going to call you out on this. If Elon allows Doge to be used for Tesla, he said it would go up to 8 cents floor. Dude, I think it would go up to $1. If he just says I'm taking Doge for Tesla, I think it would go to $1. No, I
because it's a marketing, it's a publicity stunt, really.
Yeah,
I mean,
it would be so intense. Like I think the amount of publicity. I don't know if it wouldn't stay at $1. I think it would go to $1. That is my gut feeling.
You mean like temporarily?
Listen, I'll tell you the difference. Yeah, maybe temporarily. With GameStop, once it got over $40 when Wall Street spent pumpkin, once it got over $40, a lot of people are like, it's too expensive for me. I'm not going into that. The difference with Doge is it's like when it's at 40 cents, 50 cents, 70, it still seems cheap to people. It's kind of like anyone can kind of take part in it. When the GameStop thing was happening, once I saw $70,
yeah,
exactly. Once I saw $70 at GameStop, I'm like, ugh, I don't have the money for this. It was a mistake, obviously, but with Doge, it's like even it will seem cheap forever.
It's not a mistake yet because what's going to happen when the musical chairs ends on GameStop? So
no,
I'm shocked.
I'm not touching it. I'm not touching that.
I'm
shocked.
Why?
Because
this is really just
why aren't they dumping it?
Because they have no choice. Once the dam starts trickling water through it, and then they all start selling, it goes to $15.
No, exactly.
So
but if you were holding, you're like, damn, I don't want to go down the dam with these people. Do you know what I mean? That's why I'm so shocked that it's still holding.
Well, that's what's going on. Like people are like, all right, I'm gonna sell 5,000 today, and then next week I'm gonna drop a little more and not tell anybody in the subreddit, and then that's probably what they're doing.
I wouldn't even do that. I'd be such a selfish ass about. I would dump it all. Sorry, my livelihood comes first. I don't know how it's holding, especially after they said they're going to issue more stocks. Like, dude, they want to undermine you guys at this point. They're getting tired of you.
Yeah. Oh, okay, that makes sense now. Pierre is in the Netherlands, so they all have windows, so you can check out the merchandise. I think at the strip clubs.
I went to Amsterdam and I went and I was walking down that main boulevard where they have the red light district. And all the women were like in the windows, and I saw
Mhm.
these two guys run in there, and they covered their faces, and they ran in there, and the stripper came out of the window laughing and walked into like a little closet with them. I don't know. I didn't like the place. It was kind of like window shopping with people in it. It seemed kind of like I don't know. It wasn't my thing.
I think that's what's happening. I think that's what they were doing.
No, of
Oh,
course,
the
it's
dog
what
wants
they
to
were
come in.
doing. People are still getting off screwing the hedges on GME. Yeah, dude. I mean, but who really cares? At the end of the day, you worry about yourself more. Do you think I really care about a hedge fund? I'm worrying about my own pocketbook first.
Let's see. People are still getting off on screwing the hedges. What is going on with? Haven't they already screwed these guys, or is it a continual as long as the price stays high?
Yeah, I think it keeps going.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have all these
Because
short
I thought
positions.
that
I guess
I thought if they had to make the calls, then that's what they just got screwed the once, and then we're out of the money. But I might be wrong. Yeah, too dangerous for me. That kind of stuff.
It wouldn't surprise me if they pumped Doge. By the way, guys, that wouldn't surprise me at all. I was actually expecting with the stimulus check. My gut feeling was they would pump Doge, and then they would sell it off to everyone with the stimulus checks, like the retail traders. And I thought they were just going to strip people clean. I was wrong about it, but I was kind of expecting something like that to happen.
So broker says if you look at ADA, then the pump would be about 20% on Dogecoin. He also says you can always see the shorts and when they squeeze. The info is readily available online. I'll have to look.
Yeah, they do it. They do it. Yeah, they do it at the end of the hour. Also, you notice at the end of the hour, like on the 59s, they always do these. They do these at 58s, 59s. They do these pumps, then they dump it. It happens like every couple hours. So guys, don't like when you see a lot of movement, just wait. Don't follow it. Do I know anything about Chili's? No, I never heard about it. You want to write about it?
What is it? Oh, I don't
It's
know
a
anything
coin.
about it either.
What other coins are you looking
Ruby
at?
said, me?
Yeah.
BTT.
Oh, yeah, we
Because
spoke
I'm
about
on the 15, 20-year plan, so I'm just looking at altcoins that are super cheap, that have a lot bigger growth room, right? So like with Bitcoin, it's like even if it goes bananas, it's still only like 5 times in your money kind of thing. And so the way I look at it is, it's kind of like, well, why not put roulette? Why not put a chip on the 5 and the 8 on numbers, you know, and then maybe it hits.
I agree with you and I disagree with you. Like if I had the money, I would definitely buy like half a Bitcoin. I think it will be $1 million. It'll go over $1 million. I don't know if it won't be tomorrow, but I think it will happen. It's just going to be this, what they say, it's going to be the store of value.
Here's my fear about Bitcoin. If Bitcoin gets that valuable, then world governments can't have that. And they're going to basically find a way to make Bitcoin not valuable. And there's a lot of ways they could do that legally and illegally. So I think that's a problem.
My counter to that would be the institutions that you're seeing invest in Bitcoin, whether it's going to be, JP Morgan Chase, whatever. They run the government. They have their lobbyists in Congress. That's why they get bailouts. They get bailed out every time, they call for the nanny state every time things go bad. So once they're in Bitcoin, that really decreases the amount of flexibility that central governments have. So we've seen India, they propose a ban every 2 years, because of their crappy rubies, ruples. Nobody wants them. Listen, there's nothing they can do about it. The elites in that country, they own Bitcoin, they own Ethereum, they own Litecoin. They're not fools, and they have enough influence that these proposals don't go anywhere. We see it in India. I don't think it'll be that much different in the United States. And to be honest with you, if there is a little regulation brought into the space where, let's say, wallets have to be registered with names, or there needs to be some sort of registration, I think it could be a good thing also, like to have some sort of regulation, so it's not this wild west where you have fake coins popping up, rugged coins. It could be okay too. It just depends on how far it goes. I don't think it would be all bad to see some regulation in the space.
Yeah, but that also would, I think, scare some people away and just make it like any other
No question
investment. So
you'll see a big dump whenever you hear government and crypto. You'll see a big dump. It will recover, but you'll see it. Yeah, for sure.
So Kyle says, imagine how quick the U.S. could get out of debt if they bought BTC. Well, first of all, does the U.S. really need to get out of debt? I mean, I think that's almost an imaginary subject at this point. People have been talking about, with debt inflation for 40 years now, and it hasn't come to fruition.
How can they get out of debt?
But
you have companies like Amazon who pay zero. Yeah, but you can't even. No one pays taxes. Corporations don't pay federal taxes. What are you going to do? I mean, that's not a Republican or Democrat thing. That's just like common sense. You need tax revenue to pay off your debt.
Mm-hmm. That's a fact. Yeah. Well, I think the secrecy of Bitcoin too is the problem because, like for instance, China just launched their digital money because they want to use it for the Olympics, but they can track it. So it's they've got a backdoor, right? So. It's just there's going to try and be something that competes with it, and it probably won't get accepted for the same reasons that people don't want to that people went to Bitcoin in the first place. So, I just that's my biggest fear is that it gets too strong, and then world governments just aren't going to have it because it's a threat. It's a threat for the anonymity, and it's a threat for the amount of money that goes into it. Even right now, Bitcoin's price right now, with its market cap, is a threat. So if somebody just hacks and just steals everybody's wallets or whatever, which could happen with any monetary source, and then that crashes, that'll crash world economies. So it's interesting. It's like, but they could steal it easier than they could steal gold, say for instance, right? And that's why people have a safe spot. So hypothetically, you could steal $1 trillion worth of Bitcoin, right? Or just eliminate it. And that would take that amount of money out of the world economy. So it's kind of scary in that way.
You know what's a threat to Bitcoin? Also, the founder, who nobody knows who he is. He actually has access to the coding, so he could uncap it, cap it. He has the largest wallet, so he could just dump them all if he was some sort of sadistic maniac.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah.
Good night. Yeah, so there's a few articles on it. That's why institutional investors are a bit nervous about that. So if you were nervous about that, I would go with Litecoin or I'd go with Ethereum. Ethereum's a little centralized, even though at the moment, the developers have so much influence.
Well, I mean, even with Doge, just think about it. If enough people got together and they're like, all right, let's put a hard cap on it for for no reason whatsoever. We just want to. That makes it immensely more valuable, but it makes it a different functioning coin altogether.
Exactly. So, Doge is entirely centralized right now. It is. There's no Dogecoin Foundation where holders vote for what policies they want. But the thing is that I say right now we're uncapped. What, they're going to make it worse? They're going to increase inflation? You could only expect they're probably going to cap the damn thing.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll see what happens. What are people saying in the chat here? Let's see. Broker's going to send a photo of his nutsack to Uncle Sam. The dick pics to Uncle Sam. That should be a hashtag. The central bank won't last much longer. They're the ones who run everything. This is why the Fed was transferred into the Treasury in the U.S. a year or two ago. They don't like that. Let's see. Over 60 million millionaires in the world. Not enough BTC. With that theory, people could steal from banks. Yeah, but they'd have to steal from a crap ton of banks. And it's not that easy, bro. Well, there have been large hacks. And what you do is you go after everybody's wallets and just erase them. So, and I've got theories on what happens there, too. So when we've had large thefts of Bitcoin previously. Dollars to donuts, it's probably North Korea stealing that shit. So, not to be conspiracy theoried, but who needs that money the most, and who can't people hold accountable for it? So, because it's pretty well known, right? North Korea's been using Bitcoin to buy missiles or whatever they can, because they can't get dollars. What else we have here? The reason we have taxes is because the current central bank bailed out the U.S. decades ago. Every dollar the Fed borrows comes with interest. We borrow more to pay the interest and so on. Debt. Yes. This is true. But there used to be a theory that if you borrow too much, that the country goes broke, just like a person would, and that doesn't happen. So now, if you borrow so much that you don't match, you can't like possibly pay it back, then maybe there's a problem. That's only in people's perception of what's going on, I think.
Yeah, it decreases
Epstein,
consumer confidence and institutional confidence.
Yeah, and that reckoning will happen eventually anyway. When the U.S. is not the only superpower, which is probably going to be 30 years from now, 30 to 50 years, if China's plan works out accordingly, as they're trying to, and then we'll have two superpowers again. And I don't know if that'd be good or bad, because the U.S. hasn't operated all that well, being the sole superpower for the last 25, 30 years on its own. Kind of almost did better in a weird way with a little competition.
I mean, the country has we have no industrial policy. You drive, like, you're in San Diego, but you drive 20 minutes away to, let's say, the Inland Empire, whatever. You see, it's a wasteland. You know, that's a superpower for some, hellhole for others.
I wouldn't call it a wasteland, but it's a lot of houses.
Oh
Farms and houses is what you run into.
If you drive 10 minutes from the Lehigh Valley, it's like there's no jobs, empty steel plants, misery. You would think you're in a third world country.
Yeah, that's because the economies are built on old jobs, and that's kind of like it's like having a bunch of blockbusters. You know, it's like, whoops, we don't have a blockbuster anymore.
But still, like when this country had tariffs, like 80% tariffs, you had to do some steel here. You know, you couldn't import steel from Japan. I mean, it's I don't know. I guess it might be a good thing to weaken up a little bit, so this country actually has to take care of itself. As you said, I kind of.
Yeah. So Broker makes a good point. Well, I misspoke. I'll have to look into when the actual thefts were. They might have been exchanges, but a lot of it has been stolen. So, well, you know, the other funny thing too is which is actually good for the price of most of these coins, is when people lose their access keys and whatnot, or their hard drive. It's kind of like gift cards. Like, you know, there's at least 10% of all crypto that'll never actually be exchanged again because it gets lost or somebody doesn't have access to it any longer. So that's kind of funny.
Yeah, you have all these huge wallets that have nothing going on. And people like wonder, is the guy dead? Is he alive? Like, what's going on here? You know, I found something out that was quite funny, actually, with Doge. One of the largest wallets of Dogecoin is actually a scammer. So I'm going to warn your viewers about this. There's a few websites that call it cloud mining. So what happens is they say, invest in a character, invest in this. We'll mine coins to give you a percentage of the return. It's a Ponzi scheme, meaning you invest, they'll pay you back a few coins for a week or two. You'll refer more people, and the scheme continues. But what someone did was he tracked where the coins were going from these cloud mining sites. And it turns out that it's the fourth largest wallet of the Dogecoin wallets is a scammer. And he had like 185 million, I believe.
Oh, that's a lot.
Yeah, it's pretty insane. These were actually pretty popular sites, and they're all over the place. Don't put $1 into them, and they offer free Doge to people. It's like, just log in, and they'll pay you like 10 Doge, whatever, and they'll get you to refer more people. Then they'll invest the money, and they'll pay you for 2 weeks, and then it ends. And after a few months, the site shuts down. But unfortunately, one of the owners of these sites have one of the largest wallets.
Oh, let's see. Crystal Meth Vape wants to play the video. Which category did you put it in? Conspiracy? All right,
I'm gonna call it a night.
Oh,
It was
boy.
nice chatting, all right?
Oh.
I'm not sure how to
Yes.
log off though.
You
Sorry if I interrupted
disconnect
too,
your
too many
phone.
times.
No,
disconnect
I
my phone.
interrupted you too many times. I'm gonna.
Anyway, I'm new to this. That's why.
He wants.
Anyway, thank you. All right.
All right, I think.
I'll
Yeah.
call in
Well,
again
have a good
soon.
night. All right, cool.
I'll stay
Thank
on.
You.
I'm just gonna stop chatting.
Okay, I think you just
All right,
mute
see
your
you.
phone or whatever if
Guys,
you want.
good luck.
Yeah.
Keep holding your Dogecoin.
All right, let's get some music back on here. Thank you, Ben J. Anybody else want to come on while we're doing calls? Anybody else? Let me know. We'll hook you up with broker. I can't. Well, I'm not gonna. Well, let's see. I'm not gonna guess why this guy is holding something or not. That doesn't prove anything. So, good job, Ben J. See, look at this. It's definitely not an objective piece there. So, so Roby says 1933 Roosevelt forbid the hoarding of gold. Could it happen again? It could have happened with BTC. Absolutely. The U.S. government could say you can't own BTC anymore. Boom. That's it. There's nothing stopping them from doing that either. Kyle says, great guest. I agree. It was a great guest. I agree. Anybody else want to come on the Discord? I'll get some tunes up in the meantime. Here we go. Oh, yeah. Why did I stop it? It was completely unobjective. It was subjective and very opinionated. So it's not going to prove anything because it literally said it showed George Bush, whatever, it said war criminal. So it took away its any authenticity it might have had. Even if it is, it just took it all away. And also, the first scene talked about how the guy was like, oh, why is he holding something that's not there? And yes, it's a tinfoil hat stream. Yes, that's what's going on right now. And here, let me put it on, and then I'll show you why. So, let's get this. So let's put this on. Here we go. And this is so keep your eyes on the hands of the astronaut in green. I love when they grab things that aren't there. So what does that what exactly does that what does that mean? So when somebody makes a movement and you slow it up, it looks like something, right? And so you see he crossed his legs and then he touched his hands together. He started to move and then he put his hand on the side. That's what your average logical person would look at and say that's what happened. To jump to the conclusion that space is fake and the world is flat for that kind of thing is it's just bad reasoning and logic. So that's why I turned it off. Yeah, so I don't want to give it too much credence because it's almost too ridiculous. All right, Kyle, another night. Oh, you can come on here. Yes, that anxiety, you know what? You'll get over the anxiety. And then you'll feel great. Then you go, hey. And then next time you have less anxiety. That's how you face. It's cognitive therapy. that's why I turned it off. And then it goes on, and it's like, so they just slow it up and look. So it's not proving anything. So astronaut moves his hand in a way that looks like something maybe slow motion, and all of a sudden the leap is flat Earth. It doesn't make any sense. It's illogical. So that's why. So you could take anything you want and do the same exact thing like that. And then this, war criminal and traitor, George Bush. So is this video worth watching at this point? I'm going to say 98% zero, not really. So because of that. Now, they could have left that out and it would have made it seem more believable. So I'm not, for propaganda purposes, I'm not even sure why they would include that. So that's why I didn't show it. Because I'm not even gonna give it the time of day because it's kind of ridiculous. It's kind of like it's not helping. If Flat Earth needed to help a cause, like if they needed to, that video is not a good one. So yeah, so it's not even worth. Yeah, so it's yeah. I'm not even sure how people could look at that and think that. That's what blows my mind. 50,000 stacking. What's up, stocks from cryptos? What's happening? Welcome to Tinfoil Hat Night. My second drink of the night, by the way, is Michelob Ultra Cucumber Lime. So for some reason they made it organic. I'm not sure why, but it's only 80 calories. I like fruit drinks. Yeah, they didn't need to attack anybody. They could have pretended like they were being scientific for a second. I don't know why you would do that. And it's not like I hold a high opinion of the guy either. But, yeah. The Underdoge. You may be correct. I'm not sure how they make money though. That's the thing. If you're gonna have a good grift, you got to take money from people. You got to start a super PAC. That's how you get the real money. Oh, broker. You know how to really piss somebody off is when you have a discussion, and then every time they say something, you bring up the fallacy that they're using. I would totally go to one of those conventions just to interview people. Do they even have those anymore? You do that on Facebook? Well, people must love that. I had to get off Facebook because I couldn't stand it. I thought to myself, do I know this many R-word people, like legit, or is it just the people that they're showing me, or is the whole world gone insane? And then I go, I don't know, but I can't watch it because there's people I know that have gone off the deep end, like logic wise. Yeah, people hate it when you use that, and they go, well, that doesn't make sense, your logic is illogical because you're not using whatever. And I'm like, bro, the ancient Greeks, this shit has stood up. This stuff has stood up for 2,800 years at least. So yeah, logical fallacies, they stand up to the test of time. There's a reason why they exist, and almost everything you see today can just be explained away with them. Yeah, well, I think you're wrong on that, broker. Easiest way to win an argument is by making them look stupid with their own words. You don't actually win the argument because the more facts you use against somebody who's a fool, and I didn't use the word sheeple. I just somebody who's a fool, meaning that their view is very unsophisticated or unnuanced on things, or they're using dogma to believe in something. You don't win an argument with that person. It's impossible to win an argument with that person because they're not playing by the same logical rules. They believe something because they believe it, and then they won't be dissuaded either way. So I'll have to respectfully disagree that you can actually win an argument with somebody that is into something like that. And then it goes down to personal attacks, which I just kind of use, which is wrong, right? So fool would be the wrong word. Somebody who's not using a logical argument. It's impossible to win. I don't engage anymore. At least I try not to. You just go, really? I'll have to look into that. And then they kind of shut up. More importantly, does anybody know when the NFL schedule comes out? One of my hobbies is seeing football games at fun new stadiums, and Las Vegas has a new stadium. I'm not a Raider fan, but I want to go see the Eagles play the Raiders in Las Vegas. And I know they do, I just don't know when. I need to book that trip. Has anybody here been to Dubai? Anybody? And last call for anybody who wants to come on and do audio chat. Broker, anybody? So if I go, I'm looking at... I gotta stay at the hotel that's in the festival area, which is where the conference is. And then I want to move over to a beach place for like 2 or 3 days and then go home. I'm wondering if there's anything I need to see besides that tall building. There you go. Good link. Special call-in. Special call-in. Oh, what's happened to Doge? Still haven't put... I'm going to put the flag up anyway. Trenton Sanderson. When do I think Doge will hit $1? I don't know. To hit $1, it's going to have really big news come out, and I think that they're going to need... The community's going to need to get together and demand that there's some kind of... Well, we can't really demand widespread use, right? So there's going to have to be some kind of widespread use of the coin, some kind of huge press about it, besides what's already happened, and probably some kind of like daily mining limit or something that's going to have to happen. Is it ever going to go to $50,000? No. But imagine if they just changed the coding of it and said, made the mining different. Oh, all right. We'll take another caller. What are they going to talk about? Well, we'll put them on anyway. Try not to curse. It's too soon to predict $1, yes. I'd like to lie and say tomorrow, but I can't do that. I'm going to turn the music down. You're so good at this, broker. Let's get talking. Let's chat. Ah, the Underdoge. Welcome,
Hello?
the Underdoge. What's up? I'm going to turn the music down. What's happening?
Not much. I'm just chilling. Thought I'd join your stream, check it out.
Awesome. This is like the first, we tried to have a chat like a month ago, and I was too technically stupid to do it, so broker hooked it up this time.
Gotcha.
Oh, where are you from?
I'm from the state of Washington.
Washington.
Yes,
Awesome.
sir.
How's the weather right now?
It's pretty nice. We're going into spring.
Yep. Is it you guys? What part of Washington? If you don't mind me asking, is it like on the coast or the rainy part or the part that doesn't rain as much, past the mountains?
No, I'm not in the rainy part. I'm like on the western side of Washington, where it's real mountainy.
Okay. Cool. So what are you up to? What do you want to talk about today?
Whatever you want to talk about, man. I really like the tinfoil hat subjects.
Do you? Well, which one in particular is your favorite? Like Alien or?
Well, like I said, I know a lot about the flat Earth community. That one used to be my favorite because I used to like go and mess with them a lot.
Okay. So, is it still a thing? I saw a thing on Netflix, and I kind of thought that maybe
The
it
Netflix
wasn't, like,
documentary?
still
That's probably like 2 or 3 years old, I think.
Yeah, and so I haven't really seen much about those guys lately, because YouTube's trying to get rid of them too, right? So, which I don't know if does YouTube cancel them or not, because I think that one's too far fetched. They don't bother.
Not really. They do the thing where they tag their videos with the Wikipedia pages for flat Earth, but they don't really ban them or remove their videos or anything like that.
Okay. Yeah, that one just blows my mind. And then how you can contort your, like, well, if it's not flat, it's really like it's like a snow globe or whatever, right? And it's what are the different theories that you've heard people talk about?
The different flat Earth theories, they do have a mixed bag of them. Some of them believe that there is a dome, or they probably all believe that there's a dome. They have mixed beliefs on where the dome border is or where their ice wall border is. Sometimes it's a moving goalpost for them, like it's just always getting bigger and bigger and bigger so that you can't explore the dome or whatever, theoretically, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Kind of. I'm gonna bring a picture up.
Like they think they would say that like the Earth is the floor of the universe, because I'm sure that they don't believe in space and whatnot.
Oh, well,
They also have
some people
mixed bag. Oh, go ahead.
This picture has the Earth in space somehow. So what's outside of the sphere? I wonder. So I see the ice.
Oh,
wall.
that okay. So that
like Game of
so
Thrones,
that
but they're
picture.
Ice
With that
walkers
picture,
or
that's
White
kind of
Walkers
like they're gonna
behind
pull a bait and switch on you if you showed them that picture. They'll say that's not what flat earthers believe. That's what the flat Earth Society believes, which they use as like this group that's probably not even a real like subgroup. They just use it as like this boogeyman group kind of deal. Say like that's what they say to make us look stupid. Does that make sense to you?
Oh, yes, that makes sense. So here's an article. It's Forbes though, so we know it's fake because it's by the media. But let's see. Flat Earth supporters
Damn
now
dirty
planning.
media.
That media, it's funny because media is anybody who puts anything out that's supposedly news, and that includes their stuff. So, and then if they mean mainstream media, a lot of the fringe alt media is actually more popular than what they call mainstream media, which is interesting.
Mm-hmm, that's
for
true.
obvious reasons, because of the clickbait. Yeah. So,
Right. and
editorial
television's
is
dying.
always more popular. Yes. And even television, the most popular news program, which is actually entertainment, as legally defined in their own court cases, is Fox. And Fox will always say, well, the media. And it's, well, they're the most popular media. So the other two, I don't think, come close, which is interesting. So it's weird, off topic, but Flat Earth supporters now plan an Antarctica expedition to the edge of the world. How many guys do you think will drown? What's the over-under on that? Say they bring 20 people. What's the over-under on these guys drowning to try and find the edge of the world?
I think that they'll do anything in their power not to go through with that, is usually what happens when they announce things like this. They'll say something like the government's going to stop them from going there. They're going to have to go on a tour.
The polar bear that ate half the guys is a government plant from the CIA.
Right. The penguins with guns too.
Penguins don't exist because birds aren't real, right? Isn't that a new one? Is the birds aren't real? Is that a new thing?
No, that's not a new thing. That was like a meme from like a year and a half ago. That's a good meme though.
Oh, so I thought that was like making fun of like something real, like people were like birds aren't real, and then somebody made fun of them. But there we go. All right, what's the over/under? Let's take a vote in the room here. What's the over-under on flat Earth guys going to the end of the Earth and getting eaten by a polar bear? Can be one set of odds, or say there's 20 guys that go, or somebody drowning, and how many people? Actually, somebody's going to drown. How many people will drown or die if the flat Earthers try to go to the end of the world? Everybody
None.
type in your number.
They'll all live.
So you think 0? See, they're probably gonna make some kind of trip. I'm gonna guess that at least 2 of them.
Or they'll get into an argument and they'll throw Karen B overboard, and she might be the only one that drowns.
Crystal Meth Vape is asking, why are all NASA photos CGI? I think you're predisposed. I don't want to jump on Crystal Meth Vape because I think he might be a flat earther.
Well, they kind of like to use this as like, it's kind of a trick question. When they refer to CGI, they're referring to composite photos. They consider composite photos CGI. There's composite photos of the Earth from like the 40s, I think, the very first one, and there's no way that can possibly be CGI because the technology wasn't there to make CGI images. It's a composite image, but just because it's a composite that was stitched together by a PC, they consider that CGI.
I get it. So if you're a person that is taking a high resolution composite photograph of the moon, right? And you want to get a really sharp thing where the canyons look super deep and everything, they would consider that fake because it's composite, right? Because isn't that what people do with their like photography? Like
if you wanted a high res image or map of the moon, it would have to be a composite because of the high power camera that is required to zoom into the moon to see those kinds of craters and features like that.
Yes. So this is a composite photograph of the moon. It doesn't mean it's fake. It might look a little fake because it's got extra detail on it that we're not used to observing. Just like when you take a picture of Khloe Kardashian. So it's talking about conspiracies. So this moon, right? So it looks almost fake, right? So if we take Khloe Kardashian, let me pull her up right now. The Khloe Kardashian photo, which she's trying to remove from the internet, but good luck because it's a major news story somehow. I'm still not sure why these chicks are famous, but so let's talk about real conspiracy theory here. So here's real Khloe Kardashian, and then here's Khloe with all the extra makeup on. Does this mean that Khloe Kardashian does not exist and is fake? Yes or no? We need a vote. So I think that's kind of the same exact logic, right? So just because this is composite doesn't make it fake. It does look different, just like taking a photograph with a...
It's a little different because that's not a composite photo. That's a photo that was edited. It was altered, but it wasn't solely created by a computer as a computer generated image.
Yes, and this was edited in order to make her look better,
thinner,
in her opinion.
Yeah.
It's not the same photo, right? But this is how the lighting's different. When you go outside, there's a whole lot of things that humans don't look like this unless they've been painted usually. So, yeah. So, Khloe Kardashian, real or fake? That's the question. Good points. Composite photo. So that's you explained that very well. Let's see what we got.
Oh, thank you.
Questions in the chat here. Dove season. Birds are totally fake. Okay, birds. Dove season is definitely fake. I have a weird story, and it's not a conspiracy, or it could be if you want to make it into one. So a friend of mine, Darren, have you guys ever heard of the Players Ball? It was like some party in like the 2000s.
The Player Haters Ball?
No, it was called like the Players Ball, and they had a thing like it was like Snoop Dogg, and then like a Pimp and Hoe kind of thing. There was like an HBO documentary on it. Anyway, he's one of the
like
guys.
The Player Haters Ball from the Chappelle Show.
Kind of. They did it like a take on it, kind of. Maybe. But this was like the player's ball. It was kind of like a pimp ball. And a friend of mine is one of the guys that threw that. And he also does like trade show parties and stuff. So if we ever do a Dogecoin nightclub party at some kind of crypto convention, we'll have him throw it because he's good at that stuff. So because he'll have like Snoop Dogg perform and all kinds of crazy stuff. Anyway, so him and his brother, and his brother's a comedian, and they're from LA, and he mysteriously was unable to wait. They couldn't wake him up at his house, and they were visiting people in Ohio, his family. And his brother couldn't wake him up. He was unresponsive and not moving, and he couldn't walk or anything. And so they took him to the emergency room, and they couldn't figure out what was wrong with him. But he was playing with a bird like 3 days earlier, trying to save a baby, like an injured baby mourning dove, because somebody just said the dove season. And they think he got meningitis from the bird, which is a viral or bacterial infection of your like spine or whatever. And so he's fucked up. Like he's getting better because they gave him a bunch of antibiotics. So conspiracy theorists would probably say something else happened to him or whatever, but be careful out there. Don't play with birds. So he's got meningitis, I guess. Maybe. They're trying to figure it out.
Yeah, that's a good point. Have you ever seen a bird bleed? Nope, because they're always flying. Birds are not real, guys.
I have seen a bird bleed. But...
Oh, no. I didn't mean to make it dark.
Jalapeno and bacon is fake too? I don't like jalapenos. They give me heartburn, so I wish they were fake. I like bacon. I think I see a Dogecoin on the moon. Yeah, okay. So Ray J is why they are famous. That is true. Because he had sex with her on videotape, and then she became famous. Did you ever have a ghost encounter, Dave, or the Underdoge? Have you ever had a ghost encounter? That's to you, Underdoge.
What was that?
Have you ever had a ghost encounter?
I do not believe so.
No, I don't think I have either. I've been spooked when I was a kid, but that was like thinking a monster was somewhere. And I think that a lot of people's ghost encounters are kind of that same instinctive thing that lives in our lizard brain, to be weary of things for danger. Like if you were sleeping in a tent and there's like a tiger coming up or whatever to eat you, or a bear. That's what I think. Or is possible, at least. Shelby says, yes, don't remember what it was, though. I'm not sure what we're talking about on that. All right. Anybody else? Any subject matter you want to talk about? Anybody? Bueller? Can you think of any other ones, Underdoge? Any good conspiracy subjects? There's got to be other ones besides flat Earth. Yeah, I was young when I would think I would see a ghost or something like that. I've been spooked camping in the woods, but that's because it was really dark and I was in college, and we climbed up a tree because we thought mountain lions were in the area. We thought we heard them. Every little like mouse that moved in a bush we thought was. Oh, here's a good one. What do you think happened with Hitler? I think he invented. I think he invented the Argentinian steak.
I think Hitler had a pretty cool wooden UFO. He might have a flying one, maybe. Have you ever seen the wooden flying saucer that they had? It did nothing.
No. Oh, really? Did they try and say it was going to do something?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure exactly what they were trying to do. I remember there was a Nazi camp after the war where they found a wooden thing that looked kind of like the same shape as a flying saucer. Let me see if I can find it.
You know, ironically, the funny thing with the Nazis is, if there's going to be a funny thing with Nazis, is they were really good at technology, and they came real close to getting an atomic weapon. They came real close to actually being able to launch their jet air force. They had 1,000 planes built that they had trouble fueling and getting off the ground before we destroyed them. And they also, so they were close to a nuclear weapon. They were close to the jet age and the rockets. They were getting pretty perfecting the missiles to be more accurate. And they kept taking all their scientific brain power off to build things probably like this UFO you're talking about, or to go search for like, you know, or alchemy, or doing all these things like with the occult. So they were so into strange things like the occult and conspiracy theories kind of, that they actually took their brain power and put it towards things that they didn't need or that were magical. And that ended up screwing them in the long run. Besides the strategic mistakes they made, like declaring war against the United States and the Soviet Union. But
Yeah, that was a big mistake.
Well, yeah, those are real big mistakes because they even knew that. I mean, anybody who's read history, they openly discussed the fact that they couldn't win a long-term war with the United States, or they thought they could beat the Soviets maybe, but they didn't realize that the Soviets had that much manpower. Not to make this the History Channel, but they were shocked, what's this say, when they thought they had the Soviets defeated between Leningrad and Stalingrad, and they took the oil fields, and all of a sudden there's like 10 times more troops that came and counterattacked. They had no idea it was there. So
Right, and geographically they're pretty much pinched by both of their enemies at the time.
yeah, well, they knew they couldn't win the two-front war, and his generals were angry at him because he went off the deep end and decided to make it the two-front war, and they were happy just taking most of Eastern Europe and the parts of France back, and they thought that they would sue for peace. So the original plan was not to start World War II. It was to grab some extra land, then come to get their oil supply, basically is to conquer the Soviets up to Russia, and they thought they would collapse, and then call it a day. And England and France declaring war against them actually surprised them. So they thought they would sue for peace after like a month or two, and they offered that many times actually. They said, just let us keep what we already have, and we'll stop. But you probably couldn't be believed because they said the same thing with Poland and things like that. This has been the History Channel. Where is Jimmy Hoffa really buried? At the old Meadowlands Stadium. Now he's gone because they built a new stadium.
I forgot to send this to you earlier, but I just sent you that's the first composite picture of Earth from space.
Let's see, where is it?
It's from the 40s.
Which one is it in? Which
I sent it to you in private messages because I couldn't write in this or here in Mason in general.
Oh, here we go. I got it. I can put this up, right? I don't know if it'll be big enough. Let's see. Ah, this is pretty cool. Oh, so this is like a composite, like cut together. So here's the first composite picture of 1948. Once we got all those Nazis to build a rocket. And to answer your question about Hitler, I'm pretty sure that the historical accounts are pretty detailed and pretty accurate, because people that wanted to replace him and the people that wanted to overthrow him both agreed on that happening. Let's not forget his top two guys turned on him in the last week. That's pretty fascinating. It's a cloudy day wherever they're looking at. Yep. So it says, I read something that the Russians claim they found his body, but years later it turned out they had the skull of a 35-year-old woman. well, they burnt the bodies, and then later they also burnt what's his name, the top guy. He was like super with him till the end. Their little fire didn't quite happen, and they only got half burnt. So they have those guys, and they supposedly killed themselves after Hitler did. But we'd only have the eyewitness accounts of that happening, and if they're to be believed or not, I don't know. But a lot of those guys did end up in Brazil and Argentina. We know that for a fact. And some of them became NASA scientists. Holy crap, it's been 2 hours and 45 minutes, everybody. I think I'm going to wrap up tonight. Thank you for joining us, everybody. And Under Doge, thank you for coming on. I think we'll do this more when we have people come on and chat. I think it's great. And I didn't know we were this far into this. So everybody, have a great night. And I'll see you guys tomorrow night, probably.
Hodl your Doges.
Take care. Yep. Don't sell them unless you're a broker. You're just going to make a bunch of money in between. But
Yeah, if you need quick cash.
And I'll check.
Hodl it.
Yeah. All right, everybody. Take care and have a great night. I'll see you. This was a blast. And we'll talk about Hollow Earth next time. Later.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yep.